I just think a lot of people think it's like cultural appropriation, like even me having braids or wearing my grills or like doing this rap shit, like they like, oh man, they love to steal from our culture. Man, I grew up in America and I grew up loving hip hop, and hip hop's like a universal thing. Like 97.9 people in Korea all snitch. They be trying to scare you like, hey bro, you know, I'm a real one, don't snitch on me. You snitch on me, then you know what's gonna happen. He don't want to end up snitching on little bro, you know what I mean? Nah, there ain't no guns in Korea. Like,
there ain't no guns in Korea?
Nobody have guns, so
everybody out there just kung fu fighting and shit. Ain't nobody just...
There still hasn't been an artist that's like Asian American really take off in America, you know what I mean? So, man, now that I look at it, I'm like, damn, bro, I lived a fucking amazing life and done some like amazing shit, you know what I mean? Like,
camera action, this a movie, come record it. I feel like I'm dang, cause they know that I'm important. Got a vibe just like a Honda, when she run, she act accordingly. And I feel so important when I'm rocking this exploited. They beefing on the well, see they feeling like they split. She say that I'm a dog, but it's $1 million mutt. And I got the game back, that's $1 million trust. We chasing meals, shout out Slim, this $1 million cut.
Man, what's going on? It's $1 million cuts today without the cut, man. My boy don't get a haircut. I'm gonna introduce y'all into Parlay in this motherfucker. My boy is a Korean artist. Tell them folks about yourself real quick, my dog.
What's up, man? Parlay Pass, the dirty South Korean man from the north, man. Just tapping in with bro, you know what I mean? I will get a haircut, but you see, I don't cut none of my hair. I've been fucking growing my shit, braiding it, so. You know, we gonna make it work though, no matter what.
I was scared, y'all. I didn't want to cut it. It's all good, man. They caught me on one today. But boom, man, like, as y'all can see, this a little different real quick, man. We doing more artists and stuff like that, so we gonna get into the expanding of like all of this hip hop culture and stuff like that. Man, you was telling me earlier about your background of doing hip hop and everything like that, and rap, like going from different clubs and all that. What is that like for you, like your journey with that?
Yeah, it's crazy because like, I mean, I started off like kind of like battle rapping and shit. So like really like I was the only Asian fool like battle rapping, and you know, they come up with the Bruce Lee and all this Jet Li shit, and I hit him with, I go racist with him too, man. I'd be like, man, you darker than motherfucking Akon. All you eat is fried chicken. Like, you know, you talking about I eat sushi, you eat fried chicken. You know, I just go back with them. You know what I mean? Because if they gonna come at me on some Asian shit, I'm gonna come at you on whatever. You know what I mean? So that's what it was. And then I was in a group, and then this is back in like World Star Hip Hop days. You know what I mean? So this is back when the scene was a little different. Everything was a little different before Instagram and all that. So like shit, we used to go to fucking all the open mics, like Crucial, every Monday night, Club Crucial. First time we went over there, just me and my boy went over there, and then, shit, I put it on Twitter, like, I'm going to perform at Crucial. Two of my homegirls was like, oh, you going to Crucial, we want to go. So think about it, bro. 2 Asian motherfuckers on stage rapping over there, and think about it, there's only like 10, 20 people there. It's not even a lot of people. And then we bring 2 Asian girls on stage, start twerking and shit, and they just like, they love us. They're like, yo, y'all come back. So we started pulling up there every week, bringing 20, 30 people to the motherfucking Crucial, you know what I mean? And that's how Greg Street saw us, and then he was just like, shit, give me a song, I'm gonna play it on the radio, V103. And I was just like, back then, you know, that's a big deal. And I was just like, damn, I didn't think he was really gonna do it, you know what I mean? And I hit him, and I was like, hey, Street, when you gonna play the song? He's like, send it to me. I sent it to him, and then shit, I was walking out the studio, about to go get some Chick-fil-A and shit, and my homegirl hit me up. She's like, yo, your song playing on the radio. We go run back upstairs. We catch the second half of the song. That shit was like that. So like, and then like that, you know, we went to throwbacks on the south side. We just went to all type of different areas, hoods, to do these open mics that I think nowadays the open mics is like kind of like not the same, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even back then, it was a lot of like, people was like, man, it's just, they trying to take the artist's money, and sometimes it was like that, but it did lead to a lot of like exposure and opportunities for us, you know what I mean?
I know earlier I was listening to you said you're from the north side. What you mean by that, north side of Atlanta? That's what you're talking about?
Yeah, like north side, like Gwinnett, like where all the Asians stay and shit, you know what I mean? So yeah, like, yeah, Gwinnett.
Man, if y'all peep, he got his posse in the backyard. They was just playing pool or whatever. And I really wanted to ask, do you hang out with other Koreans and stuff like that?
Oh yeah,
Sure.
No, I hang out with a bunch of Koreans. Like growing up, I moved around a lot. My dad's a pastor, so we lived out in Cali, Florida, and then we came to Georgia like '98. But like,
You were born in Korea though, right?
no. I was born in America. My whole family born in Korea. I'm the only one in my family that's born in America. So I was born out on the West Coast, and then we moved to Florida. But then we came to Georgia like '98. But then I grew up playing basketball. All I did was play basketball. So I grew up with just black and white folks playing basketball and shit. And
was it hard to fit in a little bit, or you felt like, man, it was just normal?
Not really. Yeah, it was just normal because, you know, when it's basketball, everyone's cool and, you know, nobody would like, you know, it was calling me Yao Ming back then. This is before Jeremy Lin, so it was no like, you know what I mean? Like, even before Yao Ming, really. So, like, I was just playing basketball, and then when I went to, like, middle school, that's when I first met, like, Koreans, like, you know, for the first time, and I started hanging out with Koreans, and, like, then I was hanging out with more Asian folks, and then, but just being in Atlanta and, like, being Korean, I got a very diverse set of people that, you know what I mean, I kick it with.
You had a great vibe when you pulled up. I met him in the parking lot just a minute ago. Yeah, I'm like, damn, like, he just on some cool shit. I ain't know what to expect, honestly. I'm like, is he gonna be on some gangster shit? Is he gonna be on some, like, you know, on a different type of lingo? I ain't gonna be able to understand what he talking about. I'm like, let me see what's going on type shit.
I'm gonna be like on shit all day. That's, you know, English type shit.
So, like, what's some things, like, that you felt like in the journey in the beginning, like with the club sceneries and all that, when you were trying to make it to like a good name in the city? Like, what were some of the obstacles you had to go through in order to like build it?
I mean, a lot of this shit was just driving over there, bro. Driving all the way from Gwinnett to motherfucking College Park, or all the way to Bankhead, or all the way, you know what I mean? It's a long ass drive, and then we sitting there, we paying to perform, we motherfucking waiting, sitting around, smoking like 5-6 blunts, just waiting to get called onto the stage and then do it. But it's like pros and cons of being an Asian artist in Atlanta, you know what I mean? It's like they're not used to it. Mm-hmm. So they're like, what the fuck, who the fuck is this? But they also, a lot of people is like, they show love. They're like, damn, what's up? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so it's like, it's more different than if it's just like a black artist going up there and performing, or if it's an Asian artist, they're like, damn, let me actually see what he talking about, what he got going on. So
what's it like when they diss you? Like, if this like, oh, it's an Asian artist coming on tonight, like, what is it like if they really don't want to see it or whatever? Like, how is it like if they don't want you?
I mean, it's not even that. I just think a lot of people think it's like cultural appropriation. Like, even me having braids or wearing my grills or like doing this rap shit, like they like, oh man, they love to steal from our culture, but they don't like, you know what I mean? But like, to me, it's like, man, I grew up in America, and I grew up like, just like loving hip hop, and hip hop's like a universal thing. And like, you know, like, it's not like I'm just doing this just to like steal it, and then, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not, it's not even like that. And like, even with Asian shit, like, people like Wu-Tang Clan done took the whole Asian thing, and like, I see Asian themes in all types of, you know, music videos or music or just culture, Asian culture too. And like, I love it. Like, I'm never like, man, that's why they take it from our culture. You know, it's like, right. To me, it's like everyone's like respecting and like showing love to whatever culture it is, whether it's the hip hop culture or the Asian culture or whatever it is. So to me, it's like, it's about love. You know what I mean? People just showing love.
Yeah. What would you feel like your response is when they say you're stealing their culture? Because I feel like we got things out here where it's like, if we go open up a ramen shop, they're gonna be like, that's part of our shit. Why y'all doing that for? Like, leave that to our country. Like, that's how it be. But I mean, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, I just, like I said, I don't think it's like, I just think like, especially online, like everyone just got their opinions, and they gonna say whatever they hate or whatever it is. And like, it's just like, if you know me, or you understand how it is, or as long as you're not disrespecting the culture, whether it's my culture or y'all's culture or whatever it is, like, I think it's cool. That's just me though, you know what I mean? People got their own opinions, you know what I mean? But
so what's like your clear view differences between USA and Korea? Because you said you visit South Korea quite often, right? Mm-hmm. What's your biggest differences between us and them?
Shit. they not like us now playing. Oh, it's a lot, bro. Like shit. Even weed out there is like $100, $200 a gram. Like, even if you like a Korean citizen, like say me and you, say we both Korean, right? And I get caught smoking weed, some shit, right?
Yeah.
They gonna be like, okay, who you smoke with, all types of shit. They gonna ask you all this shit, and everyone, like 97.9 people in Korea all snitch. Like that's just like it is what it is. Like in Korea, they don't have that no snitching culture. Like it's just like everyone's telling. You know what I mean? So, say I get caught up.
Do you feel like that's only Korea that does that, though, or do you feel like other countries kind of abide by that as well?
I'm not sure because I'm not from another country. I just know about Korea because I'm Korean and I've been out there and I'm tapped in with a lot of people, so I kind of know what's going on out there.
So if I was smoking with you and they asked me, if you sold me the weed and I smoke with you with the weed and they asked me, who'd you get this from, and I snitch on you right here by you not gonna be mad about it, or you gonna feel like,
I mean,
I don't care?
Of course, the person that gets snitched on gonna be mad, but what I'm saying is like, overall, the culture, they don't look down on it. They're not like, oh, he snitched. We don't fuck with bro no more. Like, we canceling him. Like, he can't rap. He can't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not even like that. So, like, and the crazy shit is, like, they don't even just, like, catch you with it. It's like, if it's in your system. So, like, they'll hair test you. They'll blood test you. And if you got it in your system, they go lock you up. You know what I'm talking about? So, it's crazy. It's not like you just get caught up with it.
But you get locked up for it?
It depends. I think with just smoking weed, they got a little more lenient where like you'll get locked up, but then you'll get out and then you'll get probation. So it's not like you're gonna do a lot of time for smoking weed. You won't get probation. But like if you selling out there, like, you know what I mean, like growing, you doing some time, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you doing some time.
So what's like I know you just said something about the prices. What's like a 3.5 in Korea?
Shout out, bro. If it's 100, 200 a gram, that shit, what? $300,
$350?
I don't even think people even buying 3.5. I think they just buying a gram and just motherfucking smoking out a pipe or some shit. You know what I mean?
They
like,
must not have a lot of weed over there then. Like where it's just like we don't have a lot, so it's like we gonna take.
Nah, they do. Like I went to my boy's spot one time. I mean, he actually locked up. It's my boyfriend. He actually from here. He got deported back to Korea. And he brought me to his apartment, and then he just opened his closet. He was growing this shit in there, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "I gotta get the fuck out of here, bro." Like, when I'm in Korea, I don't play around, bro. Like,
so what's his name?
Bruce Lee, man. Shit, yeah.
So if you go over there and you was to get caught in his apartment with the weed, they would have locked both of y'all up.
Oh yeah.
How much time you think you would have got for that?
Actually, one of my little bros, he just got caught up growing some shit out there, and then I think they gave him like 5
years?
Which ain't that bad to me. I thought they would hit him with like 10 plus, but he was growing though. But they didn't catch him serving, they just caught him growing, like out in the country. But to me, I was like, damn, that's kind of sweet. Like, you know, because even here, if you growing weed, you're gonna do a couple years. In Georgia?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
I ain't trying to do 5 years for growing some weed. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a crazy amount of time. Like, damn, you caught me growing. How many plants you had? Like 2, 3?
I don't know. But what's crazy is that my boy that was growing, I don't know. People like, they be talking like, yeah, man, you know, like they be trying to scare you like, hey, bro, you know, I'm a real one. Don't snitch on me. You snitch on me, then you know what's gonna happen. Then he don't want to end up snitching on little bro, you know what I mean? That's why I said it in my song. I made the song, I said, damn, my old plug snitched on my tongue saying too. Like, he just, yeah, bro.
Well, he convinced him not to snitch so he could snitch.
Yeah, for real.
This is crazy.
Yeah. And the crazy
snitch before he snitched.
Yeah. And the craziest shit really is there's a rapper, I don't even want to say his name, bro, but he from LA, and he pretty much, I don't know if he got deported to Korea, but him and his little bros, they was in like a little Asian gang out there, and then, you know,
y'all got gangs?
I'm not in no gang. I don't gang bang. I'm not. No.
Do Korea got gangs?
Korea don't got gang. They got like mafia, like organizations. It's more like organized shit. You know what I mean? It's not like they out there like throwing signs up and fucking rocking colors and motherfucking. You know what I mean?
So you got motherfuckers like the Sopranos out there, pull up to your house and pull your teeth out.
Yeah,
and shit.
kind of on some shit like that. It used to be a lot bigger too. It used to like the movie shit was more like back in the day, but like even like now it's more like organized and just like business and more like, you know, they be doing dirt, but it's more like business organized.
So they ain't pulling up to your crib stealing all your sushi out your fridge and shit, huh? That shit just normal.
Yeah, they be doing it. I don't know, bro. I don't know what they do. But the craziest snitch story is this rapper from LA, and him and his crew. They was in the Asian gang out in California. There's a lot of Asian gangs out in California, but they was at a party. They saw the ops, and then they was in the car. They shot the car up, and then a couple folks, you know, passed away, and they got away with it. You know what I mean? Like 6-7 months down the road, bro got caught up in a robbery, and then he was just like, "Hey, I know about the shooting that happened. I know who did it." And
he was a part of the shooting though, wasn't he?
No, he's the one. He was like the big bro. His little bros did the shooting.
Oh, okay.
And then they got away with it though.
He did that in Cali? He snitched in Cali?
He snitched in Cali. So he told them, "Hey, I know about this shooting. Let me and then he, you know, so he could have just did his like 4 or 5 years of straight, but he sent 2 of his little bros to prison on murder charges, you know what I mean? And that's like the craziest, like that's like next level snitching, like the 6ix9ine shit or whatever, that's one form of snitching, but like this shit is like the upper echelon, Mount Rushmore snitching I've ever heard of in my life.
And he's supposed to be like a big homie. That's why they be saying that like ain't no more big homies out here, huh?
Yeah.
Or like the streets dead.
Yeah, it's just a lot of bullshit, bro. Like it's I don't know, but he went back to Korea and then, you know, he got face tattoos and he's rapping all this gang shit still, and it's just like, bro, what the fuck? Like how you you know what I mean? Like
yeah. They got hoods in Korea?
They don't got hoods, but they got like poverty areas, like broke areas, but it ain't like hoods.
But it's still cool though. It's like it ain't really too much going on.
Nah, it's like government housing. But nah, there ain't no guns in Korea. Like
there ain't no guns in Korea?
Nobody has guns in Korea. The only people that have guns is the military. So even the cops don't have guns. So nobody have guns. So
everybody out there just kung fu fighting and shit. Ain't nobody just shooting nothing up.
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
You feel me?
Nah, they be having knives and shit, and then another thing they do is like they get someone real drunk and then they drive a car and kill that person, and then that person just blames it on being drunk type shit. You feel me? So
that's a lot of work. Like you gotta really work somebody up to being drunk enough, and then what they gonna do, tell them to drive high speeds while they doing it?
Yeah, but it's the thing about Korea though, it's hard to do a lot of crime because it's called CCTV. There's cameras everywhere in Korea, like literally everywhere.
Like more than Atlanta? Like you know how people be saying Atlanta got a lot of cameras, but Korea really got cameras.
Korea really got cameras. Like folks selling like clothes or whatever on the streets, like on tables, they just leave it out on the streets. And they could leave it because people don't steal because there's cameras everywhere.
I need to start a clothing business out there. You could just leave the clothes out there. They go put the money in a jar and everything. If they take a piece, like, here go the money. I'm gonna put this right here for you.
Yeah, I don't know about the money shit, but they definitely not gonna steal your shit. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Man, if I was to go to Korea and start some bullshit like with somebody, you think they would be on some type of time with me? You think they would be on some like, let me fight him?
They down to fight. Korea, they down to throw hands, because another jug in Korea is like, it's not about who throw the first punch. It's about who gets fucked up the most. So if y'all get into a fight and y'all get fucked up, whoever get fucked up the most can press charges on you, and then he gonna extort you for money. So in Korea, that's a hustle. They want to get fucked up so they could be like, hey bro, you gotta give me 5-10 bands. You know what I mean?
None of this sounds appealing to me at all. Like, I don't think I want to do this, like take a trip to Korea. Like it just doesn't sound appealing.
You gotta just stay away from the bullshit, you feel me? Like you gotta stay away from the bullshit.
That's some crazy shit, y'all.
Even girls too. Another thing girls do is with foreigners is that they be claiming that they got raped, and then they extort you. They be like, hey, if you don't pay me 5-10 band, whatever it is, I'm gonna press charges.
Man, I know you was just telling me how Korea be extorting shit and all that, man, but I got to know, when you first started rapping, what was it like trying to get involved in the scenery as far as like character? Like, did you feel like you had to choose like a persona of being street, or did you feel like I just be vibing still? Like I never really chose a different way.
Not really. I ain't really chose like I want to be a street artist or I want to be a Korean artist or nothing like that. I just kind of I just did it with my homies. I was in a group, so I was with my best friends growing up, and we just did it for fun, you know what I mean? And we was just on some like rapping shit. And our group was kind of like on some like, it was like almost like Mac Miller, Travis Porter put together type shit. Cause we grew up like listening to a lot of like New York East Coast rap, you know what I mean? Like lyrical, multi-syllable type shit. So like we was always trying to rap lyrical shit. But then being in a group, it's cool because one of my homies was all about rapping bars and being lyrical, and then my other homie was more of a producer, like on some like Pharrell shit, like let's be creative and do some different shit. And me, I was the one that kind of wanted to do more like street type of music type shit. So like that's what it was. But like as I've gotten older, it's just like as I've like grown as a person, like that's how my music's just constantly been changing. You know what I mean? From doing this certain type of music to this. But I feel like now I finally found my pocket, like, you know, mixing with the Korean, with the English, and like just being on some cool player shit, you know what I mean? Like that's like the new shit I'm on right now.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
So do you feel like, so I remember earlier we mentioned the lanes of like people dissing or liking it, like being a Asian artist of descent of Asian, do you think that gives you more of a leeway sometimes too though? Like where people just like, damn, I actually think that could grow, like that could go further just because what his ethnicity is?
Yeah, I've had a lot of like, you know, people in industry or whatever like be like, yo, this is global, or we going worldwide with this, you know, just because I'm Asian. But like I understand though, it makes sense, you know what I mean? When you're an Asian artist, like you could take off, like do numbers in Asia, and like especially with K-pop and all this shit going crazy right now, like people look at Asian shit as a check, you know what I mean? And like, but yeah, it's like an advantage and a disadvantage because like in America there still hasn't been like an Asian artist to really take off, like in the
I'm seeing it starting to like familiarize a little bit, like people starting to come around, like starting it too. Like it might just be somebody from China or something now that's doing it. Then you might have like a Japanese artist now coming out that's rapping, and I'm just like, damn, like they pushing it though.
Yeah.
You feel like eventually it's gonna get to that point where it's like, damn, like if I keep rapping and they keep pushing it, I'm gonna blow big, or you feel like it's gonna be strictly on you?
I don't know. I just think it depends, because a lot of the big Asian artists is like they big in their own country, and they big and they doing that shit in their own country. But there still hasn't been an artist like me, like an Asian American. That's what I am. I'm an Asian American. Like I'm Asian, but like I'm from America. You know what I mean? So there still hasn't been an artist that's like Asian American really take off in America. You know what I mean? So for me, it's like I don't know what's gonna happen, bro. I love doing music, and I just love the culture and everything. So I'm gonna just keep doing what I do and like see what happens. You know what I mean? I'm not really pressed about like going crazy, becoming famous and all this shit, because like as I've been doing music, like I used to think about that, like, man, I ain't made it yet, like I need to make it, all this shit. But like, man, now that I look at it, I'm like, damn, bro, I've lived a fucking amazing life and done some like amazing shit, you know what I mean? Like, and just,
so you really grateful for everything already?
Hell yeah, I'm grateful for everything I've done. And like, you know, a lot of people like, you know, they give me my flowers and they say, bro, you the one that like really did this shit, bro. You know what, like,
I know that shit feel good.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it do when you get the recognition, you know what I mean? And like, usually I'm like a humble, like, you know, but like now I'm just like, you know what, I'm gonna start popping my shit, bro. I really did a lot of shit, especially in Atlanta, bro. Like, as far as like, you know, getting played on V103 by Greg Street, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. You know what I mean? Performing with fucking performing with like 2 Chainz and Future when they was coming up, like, you know what I mean? Like, performing with big ass artists and like all the shit we've done, like, just, I'm proud of it, bro. Looking back on it, I'm like, damn, we really did do that, you know?
Has any of them ever spoken to you about the rap game or anything and tried to give you some type of insight or advice?
Yeah, I feel like all the rap. I think like all advice in general in life with rap, music, everything, it's all the same, bro. You know what I mean?
Keep going, bro. You'll get it.
It's true though. Like it's true. So it's like, you know, it's cool though when you get advice from people. Like, you know what I mean? You get different like shit. You know what I mean? Like different like takes and like where they coming from. But like, end of the day, it's just like, bro, just keep going, and you gotta the amount of work you put in is what you gonna get out of it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you gonna learn lessons too. You know,
Man, I know we passed the snitching combo, but I really wanted to get an insight on that. So I got a couple questions that can bounce off of that too. But my first one is, what would you say the difference is between a street nigga and a regular civilian at this point?
what's the difference?
To you, like, people always had this big debate, like a civilian can snitch if he wants to, like he's not a part of none of this outside shit. And then you got artists that's like, nah, we don't do shit like that, we come from the streets. Like, what would you say, like, what makes somebody like a street artist? Like, what would you have to be in order to become like a street person?
I mean, I don't think you should become a street person. It's just like, if you are a street person, like, it depends on what you're doing. Like, if you just work a job and you just chilling and paying your bills and just going out and partying and doing that, then you just a regular person. But if you got to do some other shit to make some money and you out there dealing with other different types of people and like, you know, risking your life, you know what I mean? And like even me, like, I don't gangbang or, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not from the hood or nothing like that, you know, but I did grow up poor and like, you know, I had to do what I had to do, you know what I mean? And like, you know, my brother, like, been in the, you know, he had a huge Fed case. Like, I just like, I've been through shit, you know what I mean? I'm not even saying I'm the hardest or I'm just, you know what I mean? But it's just like,
Life is life.
I've been through shit, so I don't even claim that I'm this or this or this. I'm just me, and I've been through shit, and you know, you can either respect it or you don't. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it, you know. And I don't look down on anyone that's not a street whatever. You know what I mean? I don't look down on that at all, bro. I respect anyone that take care of their family, do what they do, and just don't be capping and just stick to their morals and codes, you know what I mean? Like,
so basically, for you, you kind of like, I mean, I'm just me at the end of the day. So if you had an artist like 6ix9ine ask you to do a feature, or if you wanted to get on a song with you, what would your response be?
Shit, 6ix9ine wanted to do a song with me. I mean, I might just do the Kodak shit, just asking for like $1 million and just to do it. But I wouldn't want to though. I wouldn't do a song with him, but shit, you throw me $1 million, fuck. I'll throw a little.
You better than me, cause I'd have took that shit for free. Like, man, fuck it, let's do it. Yeah. I'll learn to rap tonight for your ass. Shit.
Yeah. I don't know. His whole situation is like, I know he did snitch, but I understand why he did snitch. You know what I mean? Like, it's
give me your opinion on like how you felt about the situation.
I mean, okay, look.
Was he right or were they right?
At the end of the day, he signed up for it, right? He joined the gang or whatever, and he was repping and he was claiming all this shit, and then, you know, but if what he said is true, like they fucked his baby mama and they robbed him and they kidnapped him and they did all this shit. If you put in that position, bro, 90% of people is finna snitch, you know what I mean? All these people online that saying all this shit, if they in that position or they in a position, they gonna do some shit that they gonna, you know what I mean? So, like, to me, I don't know the exact details of exactly what it was.
I think you got the gist of it though. I feel the same way.
But it's just like, yeah, bro, I don't know. Like, but I don't really.
I feel like they could have did all that, like kidnapping me, robbing me, beating me up, sending me on missions and shit. But fucking my baby mama, that's the draw. That's the line I draw right there, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like that's fucked up, bro. You fucked that man, baby mama. Like, you could have killed him at least, but you fucked his baby mama.
Damn, I'm the opposite. I'm more like, damn, okay, you call my baby mama, but you try to, you know, I don't know. But yeah, it's just like, I don't know, even with the gun and shit too, it's like, did he really snitch or not? Like, I don't understand, because like, I feel like a lot of people in that case, they did the same thing he did. They pled out. and they agreed, and it's not like anything he said or whatever was affected the case. You know what I mean? But so even the Gunna shit, I'm kind of like, I don't know, like.
Why you think Young Thug look at it like that then? Like he come home, he making tweets talking about some, nah, I don't fuck with Gunna, like that's not my folks no more.
I mean, maybe he expected Gunna to like ride it out. And from that perspective, I understand.
You think you would have rolled it out, or you think you would have been on some like, shit, I'm finna get out too?
It depends on what my relationship was though. But if that was like my big bro that put me on and put me in position to be where I'm at, then I would have, you know what I mean? I would have stuck it through, you know? But I don't know the exact details of that case, or you know what I mean? But I feel like other people in that case did the same exact thing, and they ain't catch the heat because they
I don't
not
think
gonna.
their face was as big either though.
Yeah, and it wasn't caught on camera and, you know, blown out of proportion, but.
That yes ma'am shit legendary right now, I ain't gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
So moving forward, y'all, we gonna get out the snitching allegations and what, you know what I'm saying, what we can and can't do. Be yourself first of all. But man, what you think would take you to the next level as far as an artist? Like I feel like you already got half of the battle, because like I said, when I saw you, I was like, it's already kind of like, damn, like the appearance is gonna speak for itself. It's like, bruh, it's already, like you said, Korean, Asian descent, and American. I'm like, all right, bruh, this is gonna be already kind of like eye-grabbing. Do you feel like making a hit song or being on the radio again, or what you think the next level is?
I don't know. Like for me, it's like, I just think like every year, like I've been going up. I've been getting better. My shit been getting better. Everything, videos, content, music, my network, everything growing, you know what I mean? So if I just keep doing what I've been doing and just keep growing, I just, you know, being independent, build the fan base, and just kind of do it like how Nipsey did. Because if you think about Nipsey, it's like people don't, like, he don't have like hit songs, like, you know what I mean? Like he has great songs that I'm sure went gold, and you know what I mean, did well, but he just kept building himself up, you know what I mean? Building himself up and just having a good fan base and just being tough as fuck, you know what I mean? So for me, it's just like, I want to do the same thing. I want to be independent, keep growing, and just making fire, dope ass shit. And then like, you know what I mean?
You know, the crazy thing about Nipsey is like, I didn't know none of his songs until like that last album, right before he passed. And it was like, the thing I knew Nipsey about was like his interviews and like more or less of his clothing brand, you know what I'm saying? But everything else, I didn't know nothing. I'd never heard a song by him or nothing. And then I was just like, damn, like the album was really good though. Like the last project he dropped. So like, that just goes to show like different lanes can even put you in a different building as well. Yeah,
and it's not even just the music, bro. It's like, music is just one part of it, but like once you grow and like you get more known, it's like, bro, you could branch off and do so many other things, you know what I mean? Like even me, like I'm doing the music shit, but I'm also trying to, I'm gonna make a short film, you know what I mean? I'm gonna make a short film.
I like what you just did right there though. Like it was kind of like a correction on like what you was gonna say. Like it was like a manifestation thing. How important is that to have like a mindset that keeps you encouraged to keep going and knows that you're gonna be better than what you are tomorrow?
Man, I just like, cause this movie thing is like something that I've been saying, I've been working on since like COVID. So what is that, like 5 years now? And like, you know, of course you can't rush things or whatever, but like at the end of the day, and you can always say things like, I told people I'm gonna do this movie, but then like, damn, looking back on it, I'm like, damn, I told people, and they all ask me like, yo, what's up with the movie? And I'm like, you know what, like, I'm gonna just do it, bro. I'm gonna just do it and just show people, you know what I mean? Like, you could talk and say you're gonna do this, you got this going on, all this, and like I said, the cliche shit, like actions speak louder than words, and it's like, that's the most important thing, bro. Like, I be going to LA a lot, so I meet a lot of folks, and they just like, oh yeah, I do this, I'm tapped in with this, bro. And it's like, bro, like, okay. And it's like, some of this shit's crazy, bro. Like, I met this one Korean dude, he was like, yeah, I played golf with Donald Trump, and like every president in Korea gotta go through. And I'm just like, what the hell? Like, people can just say whatever they want. And then like, even me, it took me a while to learn that too, coming up in the music game or whatever. It's like, people gas you up. They're like, oh yeah, you know, I work with him, boom, 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 boom. And then you be like, oh shit, like, and then you kind of like believe it and then rock with them. And later on you find out that it's all cap. And it's like, just like, their way of just, you know what I mean, finessing their way through.
I feel like it's for everything like that too. Like not even just music, but just the world. Like everybody, especially Atlanta, like everybody want to make it seem like something it's not. Bro, you just got to build your own motion sometimes and just roll. Well, all the time, really build your own motion and roll with it and build your empire like that.
Yeah.
You fuck with Donald Trump?
Yeah, he gets the money.
I like that.
He made the money. He about to cut income tax too, I think. He trying to get rid of income tax. So
Say he about to get rid of like taxes in general though. Like even with like women that they got kids by somebody, they can't claim the kid on the taxes anymore and still charge you like child support.
Yup. Because I feel like a lot of, I don't want to get into too much political shit, and like, I'm not really into politics, but like, I feel like a lot of presidents is just a lot of talk. It's like they talk about, oh, they gonna do this, or like they great speakers and they know how to like, you know what I mean, get people to like them. But like at the end of the day, what did you actually do? And all I know is like on my end is like when Trump was in office, like the money was good. The money was good, you know what I mean? But one thing I don't like that Trump's doing is the whole ICE stuff, you know what I mean? Me being from an immigrant family and being friends with a lot of immigrants, like.
Have you been affected by that?
Yeah, actually, not me. Well, I got someone in my family that's kind of like, you know, on that type of shit. Like she could be gone. Like, you know what I mean? So like, even when we was at the hospital, she didn't want to show her ID because she saw cops at the hospital, and she was like, oh, I don't want to show my ID. You know what I mean? Even though it was fine, you know what I mean? But like,
did you ever think about the reward money? Like when you saw that?
What is that? You could like snitch on people and that's crazy.
You wouldn't take it?
I mean, nah, hell no, I wouldn't take it. But I'm saying, shit, you could just tell them go to Buford Highway. You can catch, you know what I mean? Buford Highway, where all the fucking immigrants at. But Buford Highway long, you go all the way to Atlanta. You know what I mean? There's different parts of Buford Highway. You know
That's the
what I mean?
sauce right there, y'all. If you broke right now, go get you an immigrant, dog. You got the sauce.
The immigrant snitching, man. The ICE shit. That's wild, man.
Oh, man. If I was dead broke, I might think about it, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Like, man, I got something for y'all. But boom. Who your top 5 rappers, though?
What, like of all time or like right now or
do all time. I want to see something real quick.
All time? Damn, that's crazy. Future.
He on the right path, y'all. I'm telling you.
Future.
Cause he got me on perks bad. I ain't gonna lie.
Just perks, everything. Goddamn.
Those just the side gigs right there.
Future. Damn. It's hard, bro.
I feel like you don't want to do too many Atlanta rappers.
Yeah, because like it's like through my whole life, you know what I mean? But like, I'll even put Eminem up there, bro, because Eminem made such great fucking classic albums, bro.
Why I felt like if I asked you that earlier, I was thinking in the back of my head like Eminem might be one of the people that he names.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
Yeah, because like I know he not a street artist at all, but just like man, just the music and the lyric, like it's just crazy, bro. Like, I think like lyrically, like no one touching M.
We gonna touch on M. Give me your other 3. I'm about to go back to it in a minute.
Damn, bro. I'm gonna just go with like what I like kind of like.
That's cool.
Not currently, but like not just all time, but like
a little mixture.
I put Thug up there. Travis Scott. Damn.
Travis Scott is a new one. I ain't heard too many people say Travis Scott.
Travis Scott, just cause like I'm just thinking about like when I have a playlist, like what am I playing at a party? You know what I mean? And then damn shit. What I say so far? I said Future, M.
You got Thug and Travis Scott.
Travis Scott. I don't know, man. Fuck. Fucking Migos.
Migos?
Migos, yeah, Migos.
I thought you would say something like that, just because you're from the north.
They just came with something different, man. They came with something different, and they got so many classics. You feel me?
Man.
Yeah.
Let me ask you real quick, like dealing with like baby situation and stuff like that. You feel like he fell off?
I don't think he fell. I think like I mean, from like a numbers or like people fucking with his music, like maybe, but like he a legend, bro. Like Baby had his motherfucking his golden era, you know what I mean? And like he's still young too, so I'm sure he could evolve and go crazy. But like I don't know. When people say they fell off, I think of like Delonte West or some shit, like motherfuckers like homeless and like, you know what I mean? Like I hope bro come back and, you know, do his thing, but like that's what I think of when they say fell off. Like, bro, he living life, bro. Baby good for life, so.
Bro fell out the earth though. I just want to know if somebody took a step back. He talking about Delonte West. God damn. So like, what would you rate the album 1 through 10?
I'm like, I think it's still like a 7, 8. Like he's still hard, bro. He's still hard. You know what I mean?
I like the album. I ain't gonna lie. That shit decent. I don't think it was his best project or nothing like that, he put out some decent work on it.
Nah, definitely not. But like I said, he's still got a long way to go. I think he's still got a lot of shit he gonna do, you know? And I think maybe if he works with some different producers or starts doing a different like style or some shit. But like I said, he could do whatever he wants now. He could just do different style of music.
Man, in the rap industry, like you got a Kendrick and you got a Drake type of thing going on where they beefing. What do you think the best way to avoid a controversial beef would be?
Oh wait, how to avoid it?
Yeah, because it seemed like to me like it's unbeatable. Like if somebody mention your name, it's like boom, you gotta respond, or it's like people gonna be mad as hell that you didn't respond to it.
Well, it depends. It depends on like if you like that type of shit and what levels you at. Like Kendrick and Drake are up there, so that's why it makes sense. And I feel like it's been something that's been like been supposed to happen. You know what I mean? It's been bubbling and shit. But my boy, man, we've been having the funniest conversation talking about like really what Drake got to do is just like chill and just drop music, like drop fire music. Stop trying to keep like, you know what I mean? Cause like, why he keep trying to like come back at Kendrick, trying to like even it up, you know what I mean? It's just like, bro, like you a very talented like musician, you know what I mean? Just drop some fire music and just forget about it. But I seen him, there's a clip with him, like he was at a concert, he like had a DeMar DeRozan jersey, he grabbed it and he like threw it in the crowd and shit, like. And it's like, dog, don't make it like everybody versus you know what I mean? Just drop your music.
I kind of like that. I felt like it's a little dark humor, like, I'm going to throw your jersey on some shit on, so like, you left Canada. Like, I don't like that.
Yeah.
It's funny.
It's just like, I just think like the battle is like, it's kind of like over now. So it's like, now it's just like, man, just drop the music and just let the music speak for itself, you know?
Yeah. How you, man, I before I get into my next question, y'all, I thought we was done for, but I got some more shit for him, I ain't gonna lie. So I know the other day I was telling my buddy, I was like, man, I feel like Drake should drop more music based off of his past now, like your relationship with your dad and stuff, speaking on that. The relationships you had with Nicki, the relationships you had with Rihanna and stuff like that, just not having a true girlfriend at this point, or if he does, you know, kind of speaking on it more, just putting his more personal life into it and just like how you say, overshadowing the beef with more content instead of trying to go back into it. But if I had to say, what would be like the standard for a relationship as a rapper? For you.
What you mean, like a girlfriend relationship?
Yeah, like how would you go about a relationship right now at this point? Do you feel like everybody just want to kind of deal with you because of who you are now? Or do you feel like it's more like, shit, I just kind of been doing my thing? Are you in a relationship currently?
Nah. I had a relationship like starting COVID. That was like not the first, like, that was like the only real relationship I had, like besides like a couple girls before that. But like, it was cool. It was nice, but I don't know, man. Just being a rapper, it's like, it's hard, man, to have a girlfriend and not cheat on her. You know what I mean? And like, to me, it's like, if I'm gonna be with a girl, I don't want to cheat on them. You know what I mean? If I really love them, I don't want to cheat on them.
Koreans cheat?
What you, man, shit, every motherfucker man on earth cheat, man. Koreans go crazy, because in Korea, it's like, they don't got drugs like that, so all it is drinking and fucking out there in Korea, they be going crazy. But I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. If a girl's like, if y'all match and it happens naturally and it just works, then it works. But right now, I'm cool with being single and just,
You feel like you would be on the open side and you would kind of have her on like, nah, you can't really do what I do, or it'd just be like, shit, I'm probably gonna be loyal.
Man, if there was a girl that was like cool with me, letting me do what I do, then it could maybe work. You know
horny as hell, bro.
Huh?
You horny as hell.
I'm actually not that horny, bro. I'm not that horny. I just be working, bro. I don't really be like chasing girls or like doing all this. Like, I really just, it's crazy, bro. I'm really not that horny for real.
Okay.
Yeah.
You think he better than us, y'all. It's cool.
Nah, shit.
But yeah, man, we get some good insight with this one, bro. I just had to ask when y'all what's going on with the relationship status as a rapper and all that.
Yeah, it's hard, man. It's hard, bro. At least for me. But I'm just, I don't know. I don't like, cause a lot of girls be thinking I'm a fuckboy, right? They just always say that, oh, he a fuckboy, like.
But it's the chains. It's the chains.
I don't know, but the thing is like, if you don't lead a girl on, if you don't be like, oh, I'm trying to be with you or like do all this shit just to get it, then is that being a fuckboy? You know what I mean? Because I don't be leading girls on like, oh, I want to cuff you up or none of that. We just have a good time and shit end up happening, you know? And then is that considered a fuckboy? If you don't lie to them, like cap on them, try to get them, you know, to say some shit just to, you know.
Man, the explanation I got for it was like, if you just not cuffing material, then you a fuckboy no matter what. So I feel like a lot of people will fall into the criteria, but it's not as offensive as you think it is.
But I feel like girls though, like if it's someone like that, and they the ones that can get him to cuff, then they like, damn, that's an accomplishment for them, for the girl. You feel me? Like
they love that shit.
Yeah, if they can get someone to cuff that usually don't cuff, then they like, damn, he really do love me. I changed him. I can actually, you know what I mean? That's what I think.
What would you base your style off of? Like, what you think you base like the way you dress off of?
Shit. It's whatever I can afford at the time. I'm like, I just rock whatever, bro. Lately, I just been rocking ones, True Religion, just, you know, I had a whole bunch of designer shit. I be getting designer shit sometimes, but then the thing about being a fucking artist is that you wear shit for videos and photo shoots and you post it on Instagram, and then you like, damn, I can't even wear this shit no more because people have seen it already, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I just rock like whatever I think's cool. It don't gotta be nothing expensive. Like lately, I've been rocking a lot of streetwear stuff, you know what I mean?
How many times can you wear a pair of white ones for?
Shit. Maybe like a week, 2 weeks max.
Every day?
Every day, if you step out every day, yeah. A week, 2 weeks max.
We're gonna end it on that note, y'all.
Yeah.
We done. Hey, he said you can wear the point.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we out, man. It's $1 Million Cuts, dog. It was a good interview, man. Hopefully in the future we can get another one with him as the career keeps going.
Facts. And as you keep growing too, real fast.
Hey man, shit gonna be in Lou. We gonna be in the mix regardless, dog.
Yes, sir.
It's a good episode, but I appreciate you, dog, for real.
Love.